Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. Today we're going to be going back over to Ireland and the probably quintessential Irish whiskey, at least for Americans, Jameson. This is the baseline level Jameson, which is going to be, well, it's going to be light, it's going to be fruity, it's going to be sweet.
Yep.
It's pretty straightforward. It's 80 proof. It's not going to have a lot of burn. There is pretty cool history around Jameson. The original distillery was founded in 1780, but it was not called Jameson then. At that point, it was owned by Jameson's wife. He was a Scot that moved down to Ireland and then took over 1786 as master distiller, bought it outright in 1805, changed the name 1810. They struggled a lot with breaking away from Great Britain, the prohibition from America. All their markets kind of went away. So ultimately they merged up with Powers and Cork Distillery, and later on even Bushmills jumped in there. And now they're all distilled out of Middleton Distillery, which is now owned by Pernod Ricard, who really just seems to own everything that we talk about. It's really kind of funny.
So yeah, with this one, it is a triple distilled from the triple distilling process. They're trying to remove as much of the impurities as possible, and it's a blend. It's a blend of a malt whiskey and a grain whiskey.
Right. So everything that they're doing there, it's going to be, well, it's just going to be very mellow.
Yes.
Everything about what they're doing is to mellow out any of the sharp notes and just make it super drinkable. Very solid malt nose, but a lot of honey. That's kind of the take that I'm getting right now is a malt and honey, kind of a lighter color, which makes sense.
It's very light.
It's not
there's a little bit of legs to it though.
I can't remember them actually giving an age statement anywhere in what I was researching. We'll call it NAS, no age statement. But ultimately, obviously, they're going to use used barrels. That's just kind of the name of the game over there. And at 80 proof, it's just not going to pick up much.
Yeah, I mean, the initial taste, I get that wave of vanilla, a faint citrus.
Yeah, there's a little citrus there. Honey, vanilla.
But everything to this is very
light.
Faint.
Very light, very easy drinker, which really cracks me up because I don't know about you, but growing up, when you first start going to the bars and you're doing shots of Jameson, I just remember that being such a harsh taste, doing a shot of Jameson, and now I'm like, oh, this is such an easy drinker. Yeah. It's just kind of funny how things change.
Our palates have matured.
Yes, we're maturing. Nose doesn't change all that much. Sweet, malty. It's not funky malt, it's just malty. Little earthy note to it.
There's something on the back end. There's an aftertaste that kind of lingers though.
A lot of honey. Do a little bit of a chew to there. A lot of the sweetness comes through. Though for 80 proof, there's a touch of an ethanol note there. That's kind of surprising. I know we've had much stronger whiskeys that have kind of less of a taste of that ethanol.
I got some caramel in the end. The more you kind of chew on it and kind of let it linger a little bit. Caramel from nose to finish. It's just, everything is just, for me, is extremely light.
And I mean, that's the name of the game there. That's the point.
Even aerating it, like we've done in previous episodes, if you aerate it, sometimes it, for some weird reason, it increases that heat. No. Not on this one.
No, it stays there, and the sweetness just kind of comes out.
Yep.
A lot more honeysuckle, kind of like the more flowery honey than like just pure sweet honey. It's a solid bottle. I wanted to make sure we did the baseline before we start doing into the cask mates and all the different ages and all their relatives. So like I said, they're now all in Middleton distilleries. So you have Red Breast, Powers, Writer's Tears, Green Spot, which we've already done. Green Spot, that's from Middleton Distilleries also. Similar notes, but boy, that Green Spot was just absolutely amazing. So I kind of wanted to make sure we got this one out of the way for comparison purposes, because
Well, they also have the IPA one.
Yeah, the Caskmates
and the coffee.
The coffee, the stout. Wasn't there just Caskmates like a whiskey barrel?
I believe so.
Like I want to say there's another one that's like it's aged in heavier whiskeys or something along those lines. But yeah, we've done the IPA on one of the 13th Gentlemen episodes. Have the stout. Yeah, they have a huge line.
Yep.
And as they age them, they go up there and age as well. So there's a lot to this line that we can continue to explore.
I mean, it's a relatively easy bottle to find. Pretty much every liquor store you go, it's probably gonna have it. It's relatively inexpensive. What, 23, 24, $25 a bottle. Again, it's one of those, if you're never had Irish whiskey before, kind of want to
get an idea for what the standard notes are going to be.
This is an easy bottle to get. It's a pretty inexpensive bottle to purchase, so it's probably might be one to start with. Yeah,
and I know, what do you call it? The Proper 12 technically is trying to go after the same audience. Yeah, it's pretty similar. There's not a huge difference there, and the Proper 12 is like $28, $29. So
they're in the same ballpark.
Same ballpark, but if you're getting the same juice for $6 less,
this tastes better.
I think there's more taste to this because that Proper 12 is like flat. So yeah, overall, it's a solid whiskey. It's something, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, like, putting it on the rocks, I think is no good. Putting it as a mixed drink, yeah, I can't think of, I don't know. It's so light.
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure what you'd mix it with.
Sprite or ginger ale.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of, ginger
Coke
ale.
Would be too overpowering for it. I don't know. I think it's just a 2-ounce pour in a rocks glass and just enjoy it.
Or a shot after a heavy beer. Not anymore. That was one of the old wise men's. That was one of those shots that one of my buddy and his family used to always order at the bar. It was an old wise men, the three wise men. So it was Jameson. I can never remember all three of them, but boy, that was a rough shot.
We had the three wise men. It was Jack, Jim, Jose.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, it's a back combo. Back combo.
Oh dear Lord.
Back combo.
Tequila and with whiskeys?
Yep.
Okay. No, it was all Irish. It was all Irish. And I can't remember what. Or maybe it was Jack, Jim, and Jameson. Maybe that was the three wise men. I don't remember. I'll have to reach out to my buddy Brad and the rest of the McGlone clan to remember that, because boy, I never remembered the end of those nights.
Well, this has been another good episode, another Irish whiskey we've done. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, we encourage you to hit the like button. Leave us a comment down at the bottom if there's another Irish whiskey you'd love for us to do a sample on the show. We'd love to hear from you.
And while you're down there, you can subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified anytime we put out a new show. But other than that, thanks very much for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.